I'm here at the Dick Webster Memorial Fountain here at Bet Easy Park Globe Derby, and with me is his grandson Jake. Welcome, Jake.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Jake, you're in a bit of form. Going back a couple of weeks ago, you drove the winner of the Grimmel Series.
Yeah, things are going all right lately. Late in H for Holly Alcorn, only her third runner, and managed to get the cash, so had a bit of luck in running, but went well.
Yeah, I said to her, is this your biggest win? She said, it's my only one at the time when I interviewed her. Mate, it was a beautiful drive that night. They went up front and you were just patient and sat behind them.
Yeah, they ran along early, which sort of suited him. Being an old fella, he sort of liked the high speed, just the whack away, and then a couple of gallop with a lap to go, and we probably got left in death a little bit early. But luckily, he was strong enough at the end, and he went well.
He certainly was that, and he belied his 12 years. Now, on Saturday, Poleface Jasper, now that was a pretty big run.
Yeah, Rob said he'd been working all right into the race and that he was a good sit sprinter, and we just tried to drive for a bit of a card up, and David went early on our Flying Jazz and put the steam into it, which suited us. But we were 4 wide from the last 400, which is pretty hard to do, and on the line he was still strong, so it was a good effort.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that, but even so, I thought to myself at the time that he looked to be jogging even though he was 4 wide.
Yeah, he was. He's a funny going horse. He gets his head up real high, but he let down strong, and it's hard off the track to do that when the leader had a kick, and Davey Maguire kicked on the bend, so it was a good effort to run it doon. I'll
say, mate, you had a good April. Forgive me for referring to my notes here. Star Brutus, Squiggy Maguire, Texas Tilsby, and Metropolitan. Are they all still in work?
Well, Star Brutus is one of Ryan's. The other 3 are mine. Texas and Metropolitan, they're both still here. Squiggy Maguire left up with Shane Cramp. I was up there Friday, so I left him up with him. He's got a bonus in him, and we just thought instead of going up there every week that we'd leave one with him.
Jake, your career reads, and most of the people I quote these two don't believe it, you've driven 1,400 drives, 156 winners. Now, that's probably improved since then. You were in the 10-11 season, 55 winners and 56 in the 11-12 season. So, things have been pretty good in the last couple of years as well. Yeah,
I really struggled early on. I had Jeffrey here as a kid and probably spent all my time with him, and then he went to Melbourne, and I didn't get many opportunities. I didn't drive a winner for 18 months, and I had a fall before I got my first winner, so it was real hard early, and then things sort of clicked those 2 seasons you mentioned. I'd probably had the runs on the board, done the work, and got the right opportunities, and it all clicked at the same time.
Now, the question's got to be asked. Your father's Ron, but your grandfather was one of the legends of the sport, and everyone knows Dick Webster. How was that growing up?
Yeah, it was good. I never got to meet Dick. He passed away before I was born, but here and then the fountain and things like that. And he was obviously a very, very good driver and sort of something to aspire to. It's sort of hard to get to the levels of him, but, you hear stories of the things he did, and you hope sort of one day you'll be like that.
Absolutely. I think a good role model to believe in, but around Wayville, if he got in front, that was it.
Yeah, he was supposedly a fantastic stand-start driver and used to get him to fly the tapes, and when you're in front of those tracks, you're nearly impossible to beat. So that was probably one of his big assets that I've heard from people.
Absolutely. Jake, thanks for your time, and keep driving those winners.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, leading driver, Jake Webster.